Have you faced any issues during creation of dashboard or whenever you have connected with the different sources or any challenges that you have faced
Yeah,
while
the challenge is like the one of the challenge that I face is the data updation, like the refreshment issue. Like sometime when we use very heavy filters like quick filter and data source filter and other filters, like we use multiple filters while creating the dashboard and applying our logic, right? So what I felt, if we reduce the number of filter and instead of filter, I use the LODs or calculation fields to do the same activity, then the dashboard refreshment time or dashboard performance improves. This is what I felt. So probably mostly I check for these two things whenever I face any performance related issues. And uh, there are lots of, but I have not worked closely with admin side part, like to what they do to optimize the dashboard performance. But yeah, this is what I felt. And yeah, nothing apart from like. And second one, like to automate the report, the refreshment has to be done, so that's why we closely check whether dashboard is refreshed or not on daily basis. So these two things that I have felt with Tableau.
okay. Okay. So like a data source connection,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there is many different sources we can connect to the Tableau.
Yeah,
So for what kind of data sets you have worked with? I mean, what kind of the data source that you use with Tableau?
the data source, the one that I use in my current project is the Oracle database, and SFDC one that we had directly plugged into the Tableau. And apart from this, many time I use the external data source, the extracted version like CSV file that been shared by the sales team. I use that one also to add on the data in the Tableau dashboard or Tableau reporting.
Mhm. Okay. So in that case, do you use some custom queries whenever you use the Oracle data source?
Yeah. So in custom queries, like I just call out the number of columns that are needed, and I do the union or union all in the custom query. And yeah, that one I had used, nothing apart from that. Whatever is needed, only I included that part. So to just to improve the performance or keep the stability.
Okay. Okay. And what kind of connections are in Tableau?
The two main type of connection, like one is the live and the second one is the extracted.
So why we use the extract connection?
Extract connection we use to keep the performance up to date. Like for example, Tableau stores the data within their memory when we use extracted connection, and it loads the dashboard quickly. But on the same place, if we use the live connection, it takes time to refresh the data or to load the dashboard.
So why live connection take the time and extract connection is not taking the time?
Yeah, so extracted one is something Tableau have that data within the memory or with Tableau server itself. So it doesn't go back to the main data source and refresh or fetch all data and come back. So in extracted, Tableau have the data ready, but in live, each and every time it goes to the data source and check all the relevant data and fetch all the query, run all the query and refresh the dashboard. So it takes some time to refresh the final dashboard. So this is
So
the.
when the extract is
Mhm.
made into the Tableau background, so
Mhm.
what is the extension of these extracts are stored in Okay, all right. And so, how many types of filters are in Tableau? So, did you have any knowledge about Salesforce?
Yeah, in my current project I use to for case management purpose, like to tracking the cases, we use the Salesforce.
But you have not mentioned on your profile or on your CV.
In the skill or the non-tool part, I had mentioned the SFDC and CRM.
So, how you know about the Salesforce, and how can you use if you have the two different applications, like first one is Tableau, second is Salesforce. So, how would you comfortable with that? That how can you handle these reports and visualizations and things?
Yeah, yeah. So actually, it totally depends upon the need. Like if I for the reporting purpose, we use the Salesforce, and we have a plugin, like we directly connect the Salesforce data with the Tableau, and we can fetch all the case records and relevant details within the Tableau from the Salesforce. And if it is not needed locally, we can directly run the report from the Salesforce in the CSV format, and we can prepare another report for the tracking the case or mentor for matrix purpose and all.
Okay. 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 Okay.
But
So,
locally,
yeah.
like I wanted to add one more point, like in Tableau, if we set performance tuning on daily basis on automated report, then on daily basis at particular time we can directly check the Tableau dashboard, what is the case status, like what is the total flow. But if we do the same thing manually, we have to do the task repeatedly every day in the Salesforce, like we have to download the entire report and create the dashboard, or just use the separate Excel template to refresh the data. So this is what I feel like the difference.
Okay, okay. Then I'm good. I mean, that is good for we are getting much more information from your side.
Hmm.
And I think we have to wrap up this call. So, do you have anything from your end?
Yeah, I wanted to know the more about the role and the future growth. Like if I got this tangent, how can I grow further with this role?
Okay, so the role is mainly for Tableau, that person who has the very good experience in Tableau
Mm-hmm.
and who can handle the multiple tasks and also communicate with the different stakeholders and also maintain the data sources, that is mainly for Salesforce, and that have deeper knowledge in Tableau. So these are the basic requirement for the profile.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So I think that's okay. Akshay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I will share you your feedback to my HR, and they will connect.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Mahavir.
Okay, Akshay. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you so much
Have
for
a good day.